Good morning, everyone, from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, where today we're at the Alligator Adventure, which is a alligator-style reptile zoo. I go by the legend, that's my wonderful girlfriend Molly. And in this video, we're going to show you all the animals and exhibits that can be found at the Alligator Adventure. Alligator Adventure, not the cheapest attraction. Adults are $30, kids are $20. Upon entering the Alligator Adventure attraction, this is what you are greeted with: a very large pool of not baby gators, but definitely juvenile gators. And they have, I mean, there's got to be 100 alligators in here. They're pretty much as far as the eye can see. There's alligators everywhere. Not the most active guys. You do see a couple of them moving around. But definitely off to a cool start. The star attraction here at Alligator Adventure is Utan, the king of crocs, who I believe is one of the largest reptiles in the entire world. I don't see any signages nearby, but I think it is a saltwater crocodile, and he's a very, very big boy. Here's a little bit better view of Utan and just the size of him. So here's a little bit of information about Utan, the king of crocs. Born in 1964, he weighs 1 ton. He's 20 feet long, and he is a hybrid of a Siamese and saltwater crocodile. Incredible animal. Probably the biggest attraction here at Alligator Adventure is the main Alligator Lagoon. Every couple hours they do an alligator feeding show over here as well. And this is where you definitely have some of the big boy alligators hanging out in here. Another shot of that main Alligator Lagoon area. There's a beach where these guys like to hang out. I will say these are adult alligators, but they're not gigantic like you'll see at some of the other places, like a Busch Gardens or a Gatorland will definitely have some larger gators than this. It is not all reptiles here at Alligator Adventure. It's right in front of us there, a beautiful laughing kookaburra, who are animals that are native to Australia. This here is Casper, the albino alligator. Now Casper's moving around a little bit. This is really interesting. We're native to Orlando, so we go to Fun Spot all the time, and you never get to see the albino alligator there move. Look at that! Man, we definitely got here at the right time. Love how their tails move when they swim around. Up next, Crocodile Cove. Got a crocodile here, not the easiest to see through the double fence, but a big old open mouth.
It's so cool looking inside the mouth.
Yeah.
It's close.
When you see alligators and crocodiles doing this, that is to cool themselves off. You got 2 animals in here. You got a little turtle on the steps. And over there you got a caiman. Now, if you're not familiar with caimans, they're a smaller species of crocodile. A couple more over here. Now, I wish Alligator Adventure was a little bit better with signage, as there is nothing telling me what kind of animal these guys are.
Some type of crocodile, probably. Oh.
I think this one goes down as one of the biggest animals here as well. A false gharial. Now, gharials are known for having that really, really slender snoot. Down there's the most famous species of crocodile. That's the Nile crocodile.
That's because he ate Captain Hook's hand.
Just wanted to give you guys a second view of that false gharial. There you can see a saltwater crocodile. These are the largest species of crocodile or alligator. This one not so much, but they get very big. The more or less crocodile is over here posing for us. I'm lucky enough that I get to go to a lot of zoos and a lot of aquariums, but I've never seen anything like Bob here. Bob is an alligator with no tail.
Apparently it's the most common birth defect of crocodiles and alligators, and they don't survive outside in the wild.
Well, that's sad. It makes it kind of cute though.
Yeah. Half of this.
Bob kind of looks like something that Gru would have as a pet. This is wonderful. You got a giant turtle who's now laying down for a little nap. Not sure if these guys are Aldebras or Galapagoses, but they are very big. We just got to see them moving around, which is actually really fun. Have a good night, pal.
I love the statue.
Yeah, the statue is neat. But yes, not as neat as you are. Pretty warm day here in Myrtle Beach, so I don't blame this Galapagos tortoise at all for hanging out, getting splashed by a fountain in a little pool. Jealous of you, pal. Smiling over there, that's a spotted hyena. And this is neat because I never see these guys awake. We have them by us at Animal Kingdom and Busch Gardens, and they're almost always asleep. You can see another one digging over there. Pretty fun. Here's another view of that hyena digging, sniffing around. And an animal I was definitely not expecting to see here at Alligator Adventure. I've got a pair of ostriches. Big ostriches. The ostrich came right over and it's decided to start pecking the fence.
Look at this one.
These guys are really cool. These are black and white ruffed lemurs. Not one of the more common lemur species you see. A lot of times you'll see the ring-tailed lemurs, you'll see the red ruffed lemurs. Look at him climb. But, oh, he's got some teeth. He definitely has some teeth. Ah, speaking of the devil, there's the ring-tailed lemurs. Interesting enclosure for the ring-tailed lemurs as they hang out in a cave. Definitely like this guy here. That's a cool pose. Getting right up close and personal for us. That is an Asian water monitor. You could hear his nails hitting the glass. He's now climbing the wall trying to escape. And he fails yet again. The tongue is awesome.
He's going to need his heat lamp.
They do a reptile handling show every 2 hours.
So Emmett here also loves to bully
All sorts of little gators over there as well.
So lemurs are actually popular prey items.
When they aren't doing the shows here, you can walk right up and see a whole bunch of these small alligators. Look at that cuddle pile of alligators.
Nah, wouldn't like it.
They've also got a couple of macaws. This enclosure here is for the Chinese alligators. You can see a couple of them in the lagoon. None of them are very active, but they are indeed cool animals. Here you can see one of the zoo's bobcats. They are so pretty. Violent, but pretty. Now, normally when you come to a zoo or animal-based attraction, you can't see them all. That's the case here. This is an enclosure for mountain lions. Also, this is by far, from what we've seen so far, the newest and most modern enclosure at the attraction. Inside this enclosure here, you do have a macaw above a whole bunch of turtles. I do not see a sign for these guys. My guess would be radiated tortoise, but I am not positive. Got a big lagoon here, but not for alligators. Instead, you got this cool looking goose hanging out here.
He seems like a friendly goose.
I bet he is friendly. Next enclosure is home to yellow-bellied sliders. And boy, kind of fun to see the turtles and fish swimming around together. Fortunately, this poor guy here definitely looks like he got caught in either a beverage six-pack holder or in some sort of fishing net, based on how that his shell is. You see, he lives a solid life here at Alligator Adventure now. This is an interesting statue. These kids are walking this alligator as if he's a dog. let's head on into the Reptile House. The Reptile House is off to a good start. The first thing you see, a beautiful fly river turtle. Here's a quick overview of that Reptile House. We'll show you the highlights right now. The zoo's home to not one, not two, but 3 green anacondas. In a cool pose over here is probably the most famous of snake species. This is a king cobra. That's a look. This big boy here is an African rock python. That is a sizable snake.
About 20 feet long.
Oh my goodness. Not a guy I was expecting to see in the Reptile House. Facing right back in front of us, that's a squirrel monkey. They've got a couple of them in here. Very cute little animals. Definitely the coolest enclosure in the Reptile House goes to the reticulated python. Who's over there?
Right in his corner.
In my opinion, one of the prettiest species of snake is this right here. That is the green tree python. And that is this pose. That's the pose, whenever you go to a zoo or aquarium that has one of these guys, that's the pose you always see them in. You got some very vibrant coloring here on the East African mamba. And then one of my favorite snakes is the gaboon viper. Now what makes the gaboon viper really neat is he kind of has a horn as if he were like a rhinoceros.
And look at how flat he is.
Yes, also a very different shape for a snake. Now I believe this is a albino Burmese python.
He weighs up to 250 pounds.
And before we leave the Reptile House, the fly river turtle is swimming around for us. Here you can see some flamingos. And I have no idea if this fun-looking duck is a fly-in or if he lives here. Next building, I'm guessing it's going to be home to lizards, frogs, and turtles. This guy here is a green iguana. Of course, the namesake of the tequila bar on the Carnival Cruise Line.
Oh, I miss Carnival cruises.
It's a spiny-tailed iguana, but look at the claws on the feet.
He lives in Florida.
I haven't seen him.
I have never seen this guy.
Sleeping down here is a tegu, native to South America. The Colorado river toad looks very comfortable in that position.
The spikes in the beard.
Molly, you like this guy here.
Yeah, he was moving a lot just a couple seconds ago.
He's a collared lizard. And there's a couple of them in here. These guys not overly large. This is the Sudan plated lizard. They have a lot of them. Zoom in there and try and give you a good look at him. This is a black throat monitor. It definitely is giving me some Godzilla vibes. Solomon Island eyelash frog. Of course, Alligator Adventure would have tons of alligators. The babies are all in here, though. Look at how small they are. Some really cool coloring here on the leopard gecko. These are pretty interesting. These are frilled lizards. So they can, if they wanted to puff up that thing to make them look bigger, they can do it. And of course, they have a large gift shop at the end. And that'll do it for our time at Alligator Adventure. We were there for a little over an hour. Some ups and downs. They have some older enclosures that I definitely think could use some work. But then at the same time, there were some very new enclosures, like that mountain lion one looked really, really new. I would say I think it's a little overpriced at $30. I really think this is probably more of a, a $17 to $21 type attraction. But what they had was really quality stuff. Incredible collection of alligators, snakes, turtles, crocodiles.
The hyena was moving.
The hyena was really cool. I love seeing Bob.
Bob.
I think Utan was probably my favorite, who was the largest crocodile ever on display in North America, and I don't doubt it, that he was gigantic.
I like the water monitor who was climbing and you could hear his claws.
And the albino alligator as well.
Yeah,
when he went to
he's
go
moving.
moving around and giving himself a little shower. All right, guys, that'll do it for our time at Alligator Adventure. If you have any questions about Alligator Adventure here in Myrtle Beach, let us know in the comment section below. And thank you very much for watching.